Mark. Hello guys. As you can see right here, there's Rachel right here. If you guys been paying attention, I said that I was going to do a live video of me reading a chapter of 50 Shades of Grey to her and to all you guys watching this in different voices. Now, I did a post about this when I was here last weekend, and I got like maybe one comment from my friend Earthy Gal or Mary got like laughing out of this, and a few people were actually saying to me, please do a live video of this.
So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, and I got the list of impressions right here. This is not going to be done in any order, and I'm not going to do it up close. I'm not going to show it to you up close because I want to keep you guys a little bit surprised as to who I'm doing. But after this whole video is over, I'm going to put all the characters that I've imitated in my read-through in like the comment box, or I'll probably update the description by putting all the characters that way. And I know it's going to take a while for someone to actually watch us, so I will get started right here.
Okay. My friends are all like, oh my god, I want to see this. I'm like, I'll link it to you.
Oh, are you gonna share that? You're gonna share them this video to your friends?
If I can figure out how to save it
it's
to
probably,
my computer.
Well, you could always share the video from my wall into yours.
Yeah, although I'm not sure how keen my family would be to seeing it.
I don't care.
I'm talking about my friends like off Facebook.
Well, it doesn't really matter, I guess. Let's see who to start with first.
I've probably posted worse things.
Let me see here. I gotta start with a very good one to start off with. I'll do my old lady voice. You never heard that? All right.
Hi. I feel unbearably shy when I open the door. Christian is standing on the porch in his jeans and leather jacket. Hi, he says, and his face lights up with his radiant smile. I take a moment to admire the pretty. Oh my, he's hot in leather. Come in. If I may, he says amused. He holds up a bottle of champagne as he walks in. I thought we celebrate your graduation. Nothing beats a good boilinger.
I don't know how to pronounce that word.
Interesting choice of words, I comment dryly. He grins. Oh, I like your ready-wit, Anastasia. We only have teacups. We packed all the glasses. Teacups? Sounds good to me. I head into the kitchen, nervous, butterflies flooding my stomach. It's like having a panther or a mountain lion, all unpredictable and predatory in my living room. Do you want saucers as well? Teacups will be fine, Anastasia. Christian calls distractedly from the living room. When I return, he's staring at the brown parcel of books. I place the cups on the table. That's for you, I murmur anxiously. Crap! This is probably going to be a fight. I figured as much. Very apt quote. His long index finger absently traces the writing. I thought I was D'Urberville, not Angel. You decided on the debasement. He gives me a brief wolfish smile. Trust you to find something that resonates so appropriately. It's also plea, I whisper. Why am I so nervous? My mouth is dry. A plea? For me to go easy on you? I nod. I bought these for you, he says quietly, his gaze impassive. I'll go easier on you if you accept them. I swallow convulsively. Christian, I can't accept them. They're just too much. You see, this is what I was talking about. You defying me. I want you to have them. And that's the end of the discussion. It's very simple. You don't have to think about this. As a submissive, you would just be grateful for them. You just accept what I buy you because it pleases me for you to do so. I wasn't submissive when you bought them from me, I whisper. No, but you agreed, Anastasia. His eyes turn wary. I sigh. I am not going to win this, so over to plan B. So they are mine to do with as I wish. He eyes me suspiciously, but concedes. Yes. In that case, I'd like to give them to a charity. one working in Dolphers, since that seems to be close to your heart. They can auction them. If that's what you want to do. His mouth sets in a hard line. He's disappointed. I flush. I'll think about it, I murmur. I don't want to disappoint him, and his words come back to me. I want you to want to please me. Don't think, Anastasia. Not about this. His tone is quiet and serious.
Okay, I'm doing a different voice. Let's try a character from a video game. A character called Krew from a video game I played called Jak 2, from one of the Jak and Daxter series.
Was that one you played at the Dragon's Lair one?
No.
That was Street Fighter.
No. Oh, no. That was definitely. This is more in the PS2 era of gaming. I'll show you.
Okay.
I'll show you an image of the character of what he looks like later.
Okay.
How can I not think? You pretend to be a car, like his other possessions. My subconscious makes an unwelcome Violoric return. I ignore her. But can't we rewind? The atmosphere between us is now tense, eh? I don't know what to do. I stare down at my fingers. How can I retrieve the situation? He puts the champagne bottle on the table and stands in front of me. Putting his hand under my chin, he tilts my head up. He gazes down at me, his expression grave. I will buy you lots of things, Anastasia. Get used to it. I can afford it. I'm a very wealthy man. He leans down and plants a swift, chastened kiss on my lips. Please, he releases me. Oh, my subconscious mouths at me. He makes me feel cheap, I murmur. Christian runs his hand through his hair, exasperated. It shouldn't. You're overthinking it, Anastasia. Don't place some vague moral judgment on yourself based on what others might think. Don't waste your energy. It's only because you have reservations about our arrangement. That's perfectly natural, eh? You don't know what you're getting yourself into. I frowned, trying to process his words. Hey, stop this, he commands softly, cupping my chin again and pulling at it gently so I released my lower lip from my teeth. There is nothing about you that is cheap, Anastasia. I won't have you thinking that. I just bought you some old books that I thought might mean something to you. That's all. Have some champagne. His eyes warm and soften, and I smile tentatively back up at him. That's better, he murmurs. He picks up the champagne, takes off the foil top and cage, twists the bottle rather than the cork, and opens it with a small pop and a practiced flourish that doesn't spill a drop. He half fills the cups. It's pink, I murmur, surprised. Bullianger Granate Annie Rose 1999. An excellent vintage, he says with relish. In teacups, he grins. In teacups. Congratulations on your degree, Anastasia. We clink cups and he takes a drink, but I can't help thinking this is really about my catapultation. Thank you, I murmur, takes a sip. Of course it's delicious. Shall we go through the soft limits? He smiles and I blush. Always so eager. Christian takes my hand and leads me to the couch where he sits and tugs me down beside him. Your stepfather's a very taciturn man. Ooh, not so limits then. I just want to get this out of the way. The anxiety is gnawing at me. You managed to have him eating out of your hand, I pout. Christian laughs softly. Only because I know how to fish. How do you know he likes fishing? You told me when we went for coffee. Oh, did I? I take another sip. Wow, he has a memory for detail. This champagne really is very good. Did you try the wine at the reception? Christian makes a face. Yes, it was foul. I thought of you when I tasted it. How did you get to be so knowledgeable about wine? I'm not knowledgeable, Anastasia. I just know what I like. His gray eyes shine almost silver and makes me flush. Some more? he asked, referring to the champagne. Please. Christian rises gracefully and collects the bottle. He fills my cup. Is he getting me tipsy? I eye him suspiciously. This place looks pretty bare. Are you ready for the move? More or less. Are you working tomorrow? Yes, my last day at Clayton's. I help you move, but I promise to meet my sister at the airport. Oh, this is news. Mia arrives from Paris very early Saturday morning. I'm heading back to Seattle tomorrow, but I hear Elliot is giving you two a hand. Yes, Gage is very excited about that. Christian frowns. Yes, Gage and Elliot. Who would have thought? He murmurs, and for some reason, he doesn't look pleased. Okay, that's it for Krew.
Trying to add commentary in the background. I'm so failing at this.
But you've already given a lot of impressions, or doing a lot of actions already by doing the fake teacup.
A fake teacup. I should have brought some of my wine bottles in or some shit.
It doesn't matter. Let's see who else I can do.
Just saying.
This is not a very saucy chapter. Get on the sauciness, really.
Right? Get to the good stuff, man.
Alright, so this is gonna be a new voice I'm gonna try. Dragon Ball Z narrator.
Ooh.
I know you don't watch Dragon Ball Z, but do you know about that narrator?
Nothing there.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, yes,
that kind of voice.
Alright.
I'm gonna try it, but I don't think I'm not gonna pull off so well for very long.
Go for it.
Next time on 50 Shades of Grey. So, what are you doing about work in Seattle? When are we going to talk about the limits? What's his game? I have a couple interviews for intern places. You were going to tell me to this when? He arches a brow. I'm telling you now. He narrows his eyes. Where? For some reason, possibly because he might use his influence. I don't want to tell him. A couple publishing houses. Is that what you want to do? Something in publishing? I nod warily. Well, he looks at me patiently, without wanting more information. Well, what? Don't be obtuse, Anastasia. Which publishing houses? He scolds. Just small ones, I murmur. Why don't you want me to know? Undue influence. He frowns. Oh, now you're being obtuse. He laughs. Obtuse? Me? God, you're challenging. Drink up. Let's talk about these limits. He fishes out another copy of my email in the list. Does he wander about these lists in his pockets? I think there's one in his jacket that I have. Shit! I better not forget that. I drain my cup. He glances quickly at me. More? Please. He smiles that oh so smug private smile of his, holds the champagne bottle up, and pauses. Have you eaten anything? Oh no, not this old chestnut. Yes, I had a 3-course meal with Ray. I roll my eyes at him. The champagne is making me bold. He leans forward and holds my chin, staring intently into my eyes. Next time you roll your eyes at me, I will take you across my knee. What? Oh, I breathe.
Now we're getting there.
Oh, I breathe, and I can see the excitement in his eyes. Oh, he responds, mirroring my tone. So it begins, Anastasia.
And so it begins.
My heart slams against my chest, and the butterflies escape from my stomach into my constricting throat. Why is that hot? He fills my cup, and I drink practically all of it. Chastened, I stare up at him. Got your attention now, haven't I? I nod. Answer me. Yes, you've got my intention. Good, he smiles, a knowingly smile. So sexual acts. We've done most of this. I move closer to him on the couch and glance down at the list. Appendix 3. Don't know what that is. Can I have one of those waters?
Yeah, that's why I brought a second one.
Good, good.
Have to wear your voice out eventually.
Oh, I know it's going to happen eventually.
Oh, yeah.
If I don't keep doing these rough voices. Soft limits. To be discussed and agreed between both parties. Which of the following sexual acts are acceptable to the submissive? Masturbation, fellatio, cunnilingus, vaginal intercourse, vaginal fisting, anal intercourse, anal fisting. No fisting, you say. Anything else you object to? He asks softly. I swallow. Anal intercourse doesn't exactly float my boat. I'll agree to the fisting, but I'd really like to claim your ass, Anastasia. But we'll wait for that. Besides, it's not something we can dive into. He smirks at me. Your ass will need training. Training, I whisper. Oh, yes. It'll need careful preparation. Anal intercourse can be very pleasurable. Trust me. But if we try it and you don't like it, we don't have to do it again.
Something tells me he already knows exactly what it feels like. Just saying.
He's probably done it to a lot of women.
Or himself.
Or the men.
Oh, yes.
He grins down at me. I blink up at him. He thinks I'll enjoy it. How does he know it's pleasurable? Have you done that? I whisper. Yes. Holy crap, I gasp. With a man? No, I've never had sex with a man. Not my scene. Mrs. Robinson? Yes. Holy shit. How? I frown. He moves on down the list. Okay. Swallowing semen. Well, you get an A in that. So, next, who will be the next voice to read 50 Shades of Grey? Find out in the next episode of 50 Shades of Grey. And that's the Dragon Ball Z narrator.
Maybe you can try a lighter one to give your throat a rest.
Yeah, let's see who I can do now. Where was I?
That's
oh, yeah.
a good point.
Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, yeah.
The cartoon one, not Johnny Depp. Let's see.
Oh, I can't remember his exact voice.
I flush, and my inner goddess smacks her lips together, glowing with pride. Slow, he looks down at me, grinning. Swallowing semen okay? I nod, not able to look him in the eye, and drain my cup again. I just had a beautiful cup of tea. Why would you put semen in that? More? He asks. More. And I'm suddenly reminded of our conversation earlier today as he refills my cup. Is he referring to that or just the champagne? Is this whole champagne thing more? Sex toys? He asks. I shrug, glancing down the list. Is the use of sex toys acceptable to the submissive? Vibrators? Dildos? Butt plugs? Other? Butt plug? Does it do what it says on the tin? I scrunch my nose up in distaste. Yes, he smiles, and I refer to anal intercourse above. Trading. Oh, what's in other? Beads? Eggs? That sort of stuff. Eggs? I'm alarmed. Not real eggs, he laughs loudly, shaking his head. I purse my lips at him. I'm glad you find me funny. I can't keep my injured feelings out of my voice. He stops laughing. I apologize, Miss Steele. I'm sorry. He says, trying to look contrite, but his eyes are still dancing with humor. Any problem with toys? No, I snap. Anastasia, he cajoles. I am sorry. Believe me, I don't mean to laugh. I've never had this conversation in so much detail. You're just so inexperienced. I'm sorry. His eyes are big and gray and sincere. I thaw a little and take another sip of champagne. This is better than the tea. Hold on, let me read the, I got comments here.
Okay.
Robert, this is funny but cute, and I can't listen to you say those words. You are still the little boy I babysat and watched Thomas the Train laugh my ass off.
Oh my god. Is that an old babysitter?
I've known Tracy for quite a while, ever since I was a young kid. She used to babysit me and Savannah when we were young.
Ah.
She also said to you, hi, Rachel.
Hello.
Oh, wait till you hear more from me, Tracy.
Oh, there's plenty.
In fact, here comes right now. Right? Bondage? He says, returning to the list. I examine the lists, and my inner goddess bounces up and down like a small child waiting for ice cream. Is bondage acceptable to the submissive? Hands in front, hands behind back, ankles, knees, elbows, wrists to ankles, spreader bars, tied to furniture, blindfolding, gagging, bondage with rope, bondage with tape, bondage with leather cuffs, suspension, bondage with handcuffs / metal restraints. We've talked about suspension, and it's fine if you want to set that up as a hard limit. It takes a great deal of time. And I only have you for short periods of time anyway. Anything else? Don't laugh at me, but what's a spreader bar? I promise not to laugh. I apologize twice. He glares at me. Don't make me do it again, he warns. And I think I visibly shrink. Oh, he's so bossy. A spreader bar is a bar with cuffs for ankles and or wrists. They're fun. Love you, kiddo. Laugh out loud again from Tracy. All right, that's it for Mad Hatter.
All right, who's next?
Let's see here. Beast Boy from Teen Titans.
Oh dear God, I haven't seen that show since I was a kid. This is going to be amazing.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said I haven't seen that show since I was a kid. This is going to be fucking hilarious.
Oh, Rachel, this is going to be very fun for you, I bet.
Now you know?
Yes.
Oh, if Jason were to watch this now.
Oh dear God.
Okay, well, gagging me, I'd be worried if I wouldn't be able to breathe. I'd be worried if you couldn't breathe. I don't want to suffocate you. And how will I use safe words if I'm gagged? He pauses. First of all, I hope you never have to use them, but if you're gagged, we'll use hand signals. He says simply. I blink up at him. But if I'm trussed up, how's that going to work? My brain is beginning to fog. Alcohol? I'm nervous about the gagging. Okay, I'll take note. You hear that, Raven? Take note. I stare up at him, realization dawning. Do you like tying your submissives up so they can't touch you? He gazes at me, his eyes widening. That's one of the reasons, he says quietly. Is that why you've tied my hands? Yes. You don't like talking about that, I murmur. No, I don't. Would you like another drink? It's making you brave, and I need to know how you feel about pain. Okay, Tara, it's time for you to tell me. Holy crap! This is the tricky part. He refills my teacup, and I sip. So what's your general attitude to receiving pain? Christian looks expectantly at me. You're hitting your lip, he says darkly. I stop immediately, but I don't know what to say. I flush and stare down at my hands. Were you physically punished as a child? No. So you have no sphere of reference at all? No. It's not as bad as you think. Your imagination is your worst enemy in this, he whispers. Do you have to do it? Yes. Why? Goes with the territory, Anastasia. It's what I do. I can see you're nervous. Let's go through methods. Oh, I hope the rest of the Teen Titans don't see this.
Oh dear. Especially not Cyborg.
Oh, Cyborg. Alright, next voice. Let's do... Well, oh my god, where was I? Oh, I know where I'm at. Marlon Brando, or Vito Corleone from The Godfather.
I don't think I've seen that show.
You probably will recognize the voice when I start saying.
Okay.
First, I gotta get some water here.
Yeah. I should probably slow down on the coffee.
He tells me this list. My subconscious runs, screaming, and hides behind the couch. Spanking, paddling, whipping, canning, biting, nipple clamps, genital clamps, ice, hot wax, other types, methods of pain. Well, you said no to genital clamps. That's fine. It's canning that hurts the most. I blench. We can work up to that. Or not do it at all, I whisper. This is part of the deal, baby. But we'll work up to all of this, Anastasia. I won't push you too far. This punishment thing, it worries me the most. My voice is very small. Well, I'm glad you've told me. We'll keep canning off the list for now. And as you get more comfortable with this stuff, we'll increase intensity. And we'll take it slow. I swallow and he leans forward and kisses me on my lips. There, that wasn't so bad, was it? I shrug, my heart in mouth again. Look, I want to talk about one more thing. Then I'm taking you to bed. Bed? I blink rapidly, and my blood pounds around my body, warming places I didn't know existed until very recently. Come on, Anastasia. Talking through all this. I want to fuck you until next week. Right now.
It just so bluntly says that, like, you know what, fuck this shit, sex now.
It must be having some effect on you, too. I squirm. My inner goddess is panting. See? Beside, there's something I want to try. Something painful? No. Stop seeing pain everywhere. It's mainly pleasure. Have I hurt you yet? I flush. No. Well then, look. Earlier today you were talking about wanting more. He halts, uncertain all of a sudden.
That's it for Marlon Brando. Now I really need to do something soft because I'm...
Yeah. What's on the list that's going to be softer? You can just show me and point it out rather than saying out loud.
Bob Ross, the painter.
Oh! I've seen that. I knew that name sounded familiar.
You know,
but you do have plenty of comments so far from Tracy.
Well, those are still some old comments yet. No,
Okay, old comments.
Okay, let me see how to start this.
Hello, glad you can make it. I'm glad you could join me today. So let's see, where were we? Oh my, where's this going? He clasps my hand. Outside of the time here, my sub, perhaps we could try. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know about separating everything. It may not work, but I'm willing to try. Maybe one night a week. I don't know.
I'm pretending that I'm painting on this part of the laptop over here.
Holy cow. My mouth drops open. My subconscious is in shock. Christian Grey is up for more. He's willing to try. My subconscious peeks out from behind the couch, still registering shock on her harpy face. I have one condition. He looks warily at my stunned expression. What? I breathe. Anything. I'll give you anything. You graciously accept my graduation present to you? Oh, and deep down I know what it is. Dread spawns in my belly. He's staring down at me, gauging my reaction. Come, he murmurs and rises, dragging me up. Taking his jacket off, he drapes it over my shoulders and heads for the door. Parked outside is a wretched hatchback car, a two-door compact Audi. It's for you. Happy graduation. Just a little happy graduation.
Just graduation.
He murmurs, pulling me into his arms and kissing my hair.
And I don't think how you would kiss an afro like Bob Ross's, but okay.
He's bought me a damned car, brand new by the looks of it. Jeez, I've had enough trouble with the books. I stare at it blankly, trying desperately to determine how I feel about this. I am appalled on one level, grateful on another, shocked that he's actually done it, but the overriding emotion is anger. Yes, I'm angry, especially after everything I told him about the books. But then he already bought this. Taking my hand, he leads me down the path towards this new acquisition. And that'll be it for me, Bob Ross. Thank you, and God bless my friend.
That's it for Bob Ross. Jack Nicholson.
Oh, yes.
Anastasia, that beetle of yours is old and frankly dangerous. I would never forgive if something happened to you when it's so easy for me to make it right. He trails off. His eyes are on me, but at the moment I cannot bring myself to look at him. I stare silently, staring at its awesome bright red newness.
Alright.
I mentioned it to your stepfather. He was all for it, he mummers. Turning, I glare at him, my mouth open in horror. You mentioned this to Ray. How could you? I can barely spit the words out. How dare he? Poor Ray. I feel sick, mortified for my dad. It's a gift, Anastasia. Can't you just say thank you? But you know it's too much. Not to me it isn't, not for my peace of mind. I frown at him, at a loss what to say. He just doesn't get it. He's had money all his life. Okay, not all his life, not as a small child, and my worldview shifts. The thought is very sobering, and I soften towards the car, feeling guilty about my fit of pique. I don't know how to pronounce that word. This one right here. Oh, anyways. His intentions are good, misguided, but not from a bad place. I'm happy for you to loan this to me, like the laptop.
The laptop.
Who'd have thunk, right?
Right?
He sighs heavily. Okay, on loan, indefinitely. He looks warily at me. No, not indefinitely, but for now, thank you. He frowns. I reach up and kiss him briefly on his cheek. Thank you. Well, thank you, honey. Thank you for the car, sir, I said as sweetly as I can manage. He grabs me suddenly and yanks me up against him, one hand at my back, holding me to him, and then the other fisting in my hair. That's not fisting, honey.
God, yeah.
This is it.
Well, you don't have enough hair.
He grabs me suddenly and yanks me up against him, one hand at my back, holding me to him. and the other fisting in my hair. I already read that part.
Yes, you did.
You are one challenging woman, Anna Steele. He kisses me passionately, forcing my lips apart with his tongue, taking no prisoners. My blood heats immediately, and I'm returning his kiss with my own passion. I want him badly, in spite of the car, the books, the soft limits. But Canning, I want him. That's it for Jack Nicholson. Let's do another voice. Sebastian the Crab.
Oh, dear God.
I mustn't overreact. I must remain calm.
King Triton's not going to be pleased.
So does Ariel.
Oh, my.
I'm taking all my self-control not to fuck you on the hood of this car right now. Just to show you that you are mine. And if I want to buy you a wait. Just to show you that you are mine. And if I want to buy you a fucking car, I'll buy you a fucking car. He growls. Now let's get you inside and naked. He plants a swift rouse kiss on me. Boy, he's angry. He grabs my hand and leads me back into the apartment and straight into my bedroom. No passing go. My subconsciousness is behind the sofa again, head hidden under her hands. He switches on the side right and halts, staring at me. Please don't be angry with me, King Triton. I whisper. Yes, I improvised that.
Yep.
His gaze is impassive. His grey eyes cold shards of smoky grass. I'm sorry about the car and the books, I trail off. He remains silent and brooding. You scare me when you're angry, I breathe, staring at him. He closes his eyes and shakes his head. When he opens them, his expression has softened fractionally. He takes a deep breath and swallows. Turn round, he whispers. I want to get you out of that dress. Another miracle mood swing. It's so hard to keep up.
Obediently, I turn and my heart is thumping. Desire instantly replacing unease, coursing through my blood and settling dark and yearning low in my belly. He scoops my hair off my back so it hangs down my right side, curling at my breast. He places his index finger at the nape of my neck and reaching slowly drags it down my spine. His well-manicured fingernail gently grazes down my back. That's it for Sebastian the Crab. I tell you, the human world is a mess. Let's see. I'm not gonna say it. I like the stress, he murmurs. I like to see your flawless skin. His finger reaches the back of my halter dress midday down my spine, and hooking his finger beneath the top, he pulls me closer so that I step back against him. I feel him flush against my body, leaning down. He inhales my hair. You smell so good, Anastasia. So sweet. His nose skims past my ear down my neck, and he trails soft, feather-like kisses along my shoulder. My breathing changes, becoming shallow, rushed, full of expectation. His fingers are at my zipper, achingly slow. Once more he eases down while his lips move, licking and kissing and sucking their way across to my other shoulder. He is so tantalizingly good at this. My body resonates, and I start to squirm languidly beneath his touch. You are going to have to learn to keep still, he whispers, kissing me round my nape between each word. He tugs at the fastening at the halter neck, and the dress drops and pulls at my feet. No bra, Miss Steele. I like that. His hands reach round and cup my breasts, and my nipples pucker at his touch.
Oh my God.
Lift your arms and put them around my head, he murmurs against my neck. Not like that.
I know.
I obey immediately, and my breasts rise and push into his hands. My nipples...
Had to.
My nipples hardening further. My fingers weave into his hair, and very gently I tug his soft, sexy hair. I roll my head into one side to give me easier access to my neck. On to the next voice. But I find it very weird that I'm reading this because I have no genitals.
Oh God.
Let's see. Actually, I'll do something from the back here. Let's see. Where... Pee Wee Herman.
Okay.
You know that one?
I think so.
Oh, I will. I got a place in mind already.
Okay, cool.
He murmurs into that space behind my ear as he starts to extend my nipples with his long fingers, mirroring my hands in his hair. I groan as the sensation registers sharp and clear in my groin. Shall I make you come this way? He whispers. I arch my back to force my breasts to his expert hands. It's not really easy doing Pee Wee Herman.
Do you need to switch it to
I probably will after I say this line here.
Okay.
You like this, don't you, Miss Steele? Okay, I'm not doing Pee Wee Herman again.
Okay.
He's not very easy to do. Let's do Yoda.
Oh God, yes.
Tell me, he continued. Wait, a Jedi strength flows from the Force. Tell me, he continues, the soft, sensuous torture, pulling gently. Yes? Yes, what? Yes, sir. Good girl. He pinches me hard, and my body beats convulsively against his front. I gasp at the increased acute pleasure, pain. I feel him against me. I moan, and my hands clenched, and his hair pulling harder. I don't think you're ready to come yet, he whispers.
Oh, God.
Stilting his hands, and he gently bites my earlobe and tugs at it. Besides, you have displeased me. Oh, no! What will this mean? My brain registers through the fog of needy desire as I groan. So perhaps I won't let you come after all. He returns the attention of his fingers to my nipples, pulling, twisting, kneading. I grind my behind against him, moving side to side.
I can imagine that.
I feel his grin against my neck as his hands move down to my hips. His fingers hook into my panties at the back, stretching them, and he pushes his thumb through the material, shredding them and shredding shredding them and tossing them in front of me so I can see. Holy shit!
Alright, that's it for Yoda. Kevin Conroy's Batman from the cartoon.
Okay.
His hand moves down to my sex, and from behind he slowly inserts his finger. Oh yes, my sweet girl is all ready. He breathes as he whirls me round so I'm facing him. His breathing has quickened. He puts his finger in his mouth. You taste so fine, Miss Steele, he sighs. Undress me, he commands quietly, staring down at me, eyes hooded. All I'm wearing is my shoes. Well, Kate's high-heeled pumps. I've taken aback. I've never undressed a man. You can do it, he cajoles softly. Oh my. I blink rapidly. Where to start? I reach for his t-shirt, and he grabs my hands and shakes his head, smiling slyly at me. Oh no. He shakes his head, grinning. Not the t-shirt. You may need to touch me for what I have planned. His eyes are alive with excitement. Oh, this is news. I can touch with clothes. He takes one of my hands and places it against his erection.
But Batman, what about the Joker? You forgot that one.
Now I'm going to switch to, and since we're still on Batman, this is the part that I'm saving him. I'm doing Christian's Bale Batman next. This is the part that I wanted to save him for.
Oh yes. We've been planning this one.
This is the effect you have on me, Miss Steele. I gasp and flex my fingers around his girth, and he grins. I want to be inside you. Take my jeans off. You're in charge. Holy fuck! Me in charge. My mouth drops open. What are you going to do with me? He teases. Oh, the possibilities. My inner goddess roars, and from somewhere, born of frustration, need and steel bravery. I pushed him onto the bed. He laughs as he falls, and I gaze down at him, feeling victorious. My inner goddess is going to explode. I yank off his shoes, quickly, clumsily in his socks. He's staring up at me, his eyes luminous with amusement and desire. He looks gloriously mine. I crawl up the bed and sit astride him to undo his jeans, sliding my fingers under the waistband, feeling the hair in his oh-so-happy trail.
I didn't think they would get that far, but okay then. Then again, how farther can you get at this point?
Right.
He closes his eyes and flexes his hips. You'll have to learn to keep still, I scold. Wait, let me try that again. You'll have to learn to keep still, I scold. And I tug at the hair under his waistband. His breath hitches, and he grins at me.
Alright, different voice.
That one's too painful.
No, I'm doing something a little more cartoonish.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna try SpongeBob, Patrick from SpongeBob Squarepants.
Oh dear God. Oh my God.
Hey, it's my turn to read. I don't know, I haven't done this voice enough, so I'm gonna see how this will go.
Refer to him as SpongeBob.
Hey, SpongeBob, listen to this book. Yes, Miss Steele, he murmurs, eyes burning bright. In my pocket, condom. He breathes. I search in his pocket slowly, watching his face as I feel round. His mouth is open. I fish out both foil packets that I find and lay them on the bed by his hips. 2. My over-eager fingers reach for the button of his waistband and undo it, fumbling a little. I am beyond excited. Oh, I so can't wait to do this on SpongeBob, since he is gay. So eager, Miss Steele, he murmurs, his voice laced with humor. I tug down the zipper, and now I'm faced with the problem of removing his pants.
Oh God.
SpongeBob, I thought these pants could come off easily. I shuffle down and pull. They hardly move. I frown. How can this be so difficult? I can't keep still if you're going to bite that lip. He warns, then arches his pelvis up off the bed so I'm able to tuck down his trousers and his boxers at the same time. Whoa! Freeing him. He kicks his clothes to the floor. Holy Moses! It's all mine. He's all mine to play with, and suddenly it's Christmas.
Oh God.
All right, different voice. Saving him for later.
Okay.
Pennywise the Clown.
Oh my God, yes.
Tim Curry.
Okay.
Hello, Georgie. Don't you want a balloon?
I probably won't do that voice very long.
Okay. Sounds like painful.
Now, what are you going to do?
Does he want a condom?
He breathes, all trace of humor gone. I reach up and touch him, watching his expression as I do. His mouth shapes like a letter O as he takes a sharp breath. His skin is so smooth and soft and hard. What a delicious combination.
Oh,
I lean forward, his hair falling round me, and he's in my mouth. I suck hard.
Okay.
He closes his eyes, his hips jerking beneath me. Geez, Anna, steady. He groans. I feel so powerful. It's such a heaty feeling, teasing and testing him with my mouth and tongue. Ain't that right, Georgie?
Oh God.
He tenses underneath me as I run my mouth up and down him, pushing him to the back of my throat, his lips tight, again and again. Stop, Anna, stop. I don't want to come. I sit up, blinking at him, and I'm panting like him, but confused.
God damn it, Georgie.
I thought I was in charge. My inner goddess looks like someone snatched her ice cream.
What the fuck?
Come on, Richie. Be nice to me, will ya?
Alright, I'm doing something else here.
Okay.
Alright, I'll do the Grinch. Your innocence, and I gotta find it right here.
Okay.
Your innocence and enthusiasm is very disalarming. Oh, no, I can't do it right.
You know, just picking our voice, you can't do it.
Yeah, ooh.
Crunk!
Crunk. I'll just poison him with this.
I'll do Yzma or Eartha Kitt.
Okay.
Your innocence and enthusiasm is very disalarming, he gasps. You on top? That's what we need to do. Oh, here, put this on. He hands me a foil packet. Holy crap. How? I rip the packet open, and the rubbery condom is all tacky in my fingers. Crunk! I told you not to get me that kind of condom.
God damn it, come.
Pinch the top, and then roll it down. You don't want any air in the end of that sucker, he pants.
Oh,
And very slowly, concentrating hard, I do as I am told. Christ, you're kidding me, Anastasia, he groans. I admire my handiwork and him. He really is a fine specimen of a man. Looking at him is very, very arousing. Now, I want to be buried inside you, he murmurs. I stare down at him, daunted, and he slips up suddenly, so we're nose to nose. Like this. He breathes, and he snakes one hand round my hips, lifting me slightly, and with the other he positions himself beneath me, and very slowly eases me onto him. I groan as he stretches me open, filling me, my mouth hanging open in surprise, a sweet, sublime, agonizing, over-full feeling. Oh, please. That's right, baby. Feel me, all of me, he growls and briefly closes his eyes.
I can't growl in a little while. What the fuck? I used to be able to.
Alright, what do you think of that Yzma voice?
That was funny as hell.
Oh, no. He's inside me, sheathed to the hilt, and he holds me in place for seconds, minutes. I have no idea, staring intently into my eyes. Whoa! It's deep this way, he murmurs. He flexes and swivels his hips in the same motion, and I groan. Oh my! The sensation radiates through my belly, everywhere. Fuck! Whoa!
Oh, goofy.
Again, I whisper. He grins a lazy grin and obliges. Moaning, I throw my head back, my hair tumbling down my back, and very slowly he sinks back down onto the bed. You move, Anastasia, up and down, how you want. Take my hands. Oh, he breathes, his voice hoarse and low, and oh, so sexy.
Alright, I'm doing one more voice because we're near the end of this chapter here. And I am doing, let me see here. I'm going to end it with someone else.
Gotta make it good.
Wolverine. From the X-Men, from the cartoon.
Okay, bub.
Okay, that works. I've never seen the cartoon, but that voice works.
I clasp his hands, holding on for life. Gently I push off him and back down. Oh my! His eyes are burning with wild anticipation. His breathing is ragged, matching mine, and he lifts his pelvis as I come down, bouncing me back. We pick up the rhythm, up, down, over and over, and it feels so good. Cyclops is really good in bed.
Apparently.
Between my panting breaths, the deep down, brimming fullness, the vehement sensation pulsing through me that's building quickly. I watch him, our eyes locked, and I see wonder there, wonder at me. I am fucking him. I am in...
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I am fucking him. I am in charge. He's mine, and I'm his. The thought pushes me, weighted with concrete, over the edge, and I climax around him. Shouting incoherently, he grabs my hips and closing his eyes, tipping his head back, his jaw strained. He comes quietly. I clasp onto his chest, overwhelmed, somewhere between fantasy and reality, a place where there are no hard or soft limits.
The end.
For this chapter, at least.
Oh,
And that's it for all and that's it for this read through. Some of the other voices I didn't get to do that I saved were Mrs. Doubtfire, Jimmy Stewart, Jim Carrey's The Grinch, Odo from Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and Ryuk from Death Note.
maybe next time, folks.
We'll see. That'll be it for today. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you. Bye.
Come on.
God damn it.